Hello, I'm the Millennium Dude, the reviewer of old and new, and it's still Easter, everyone, so I'm going to do a movie that's related to Easter. Unfortunately, there are barely any movies related to Easter. But I know what you're thinking. Millennium Dude, why don't you review Hop? No, because I don't think that movie's going to do well in the long run. But the movie I did choose, it's somewhat like Easter. It's colorful and has a talking rabbit. So let's drop down a rabbit hole and walk through a looking glass and take a look at Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. Now the story is a very good idea. A 19-year-old Alice returning to Wonderland after a long period of time. Unfortunately, the story it's a bit wibbly. What I mean by it is some parts of it are just not explained well. One, if Alice returned from Wonderland to her parents, wouldn't she feel traumatized from this? Never explained. But another thing I never got was they call it Underland in this one. Why would they call it Underland? Because it sounds like a freaking underwear product. Which they never explain it again. Another thing is the acting in this. It's good. It's somewhat good. Because the girl playing Alice, Mia Wachowski, and I'm sure she's a very nice girl and a very nice actress. I've seen her in some other stuff. But in this one, I didn't feel like she was the right Alice. I feel like they just stuck her there to fill up the scene like, I'm Alice. Woo. Of course, Johnny Depp had an iconic performance as the Mad Hatter. Although he did look like the Joker's twisted cousin. I'm serious, that's what I think. But he did give an explanation saying that his Mad Hatter was poisoned by mercury, which made him go insane, which somewhat makes sense. And if you know a Tim Burton movie, you always know there's that one chick in it. You're right, Helena Bonham Carter. If you don't, look it up. You'll get my point later. Who does a very good job as always the same role as the Red Queen. Always mad, always demanding, always a dictator. But still, she does a good job. Anne Hathaway does a good job too as the White Queen, which she's just the noble queen who doesn't want to squish a bug or kill anyone, which makes her vomit. And of course, we get another appearance from the racial stereotype of these snobbish, rich white people. Yeah. And to make the prejudice stereotype even more painful, they make them British. Wow, Disney. I don't know why you greenlighted that, but I'm sure you had good intentions. Maybe Tim Burton was doing something weird, but whatever. But of course, Tim Burton has a good style. He did work for Disney, and it was nice to see him back with them. And one thing Tim Burton does well in each of his movies is his cinematography and his textures. Like his textures in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which looked very real. And the same thing with this movie. Now, I didn't see it in 3D, but still, the environment looked very good and very well done. And it did have a lot of funny moments, but it did have a couple moments I was just scratching my head at. Of course, there were other good characters, such as the Cheshire Cat, which was a very nice thing, that he could just disappear, turn to anyone he wants. And it gave me more idea of the character, because in the original Alice in Wonderland, I didn't really know what he was. He was just a crazy cat. The March Hare in this one was very nice too, very funny, still the same as ever. His mouse friend we never got to see in the original one, so it was nice to see that too. Tweedledee and Tweedledum get a somewhat supportive view, but still they didn't really feel like they were there. And of course the Blue Caterpillar played by Alan Rickman, who you may remember as Snape from the Harry Potter series, was perfect and a dead-on role. Why? It asks us the one question in Alice in Wonderland that never gets answered. Are they on drugs? I'm serious. There are mushrooms there. He's smoking out of a blue, bong thing. Seriously. They never answer that. And also, still, if Alice went to Wonderland, would she feel traumatized? Answer that question too, people, because I would be traumatized and somewhat creeped out. And another thing that was very, very weird and not even true was when she falls down into the rabbit hole. It was like a 5-story drop or even more. And she see all this weird stuff like a playing piano, teacups getting broken everywhere, a clock popping out at her. And you know what she does? She hits a marble floor. And she just gets up from that was nothing. No! No, 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 movie. Why? Because if you fell that far down at that speed, your brain and your guts would be painting the pavement. Another thing that I do want to stress, the one scene where she's drinking the thing that makes her small and then eats the cake that makes her big in the room before she goes into Wonderland, that scene was entirely pointless. Entirely. I didn't really think she needed that. Just drink it, go down, and get out. It didn't make me laugh, it didn't make me chuckle, it just was like, what? But all in all, this movie was great. It had a lot of good scenes, a lot of funny stuff, and it extends the story of Alice in Wonderland that we never thought before. And it has a scene of Johnny Depp's Mad Hatter breakdancing. See it. I'm not going to disappoint you for it, and I'm not going to spoil that scene. So everyone, I give Alice in Wonderland a 7.9 out of 10. It's an alright film, even though the characters are on and off, and the story's a bit wobbly, but it's still a very good movie, and I like it. So everyone, I hope you all like my review, and also remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And this is the Millennium Dude, signing off.